Welcome to the Viscom booth here at SMT Connect, joined by Carsten Saluski, who of course is the Geschäftsführer. Nice to see you again, Carsten.
Hi, Trevor. Okay. Nice to see you.
So, I mean, Viscom is very well known across the AOI, SBI, AXI world. What is new with you this week?
Everything's new as always. So as you said, we are one of the suppliers who offers everything from SPI, AOI, inline X-ray, offline X-ray, conformal coating inspection, wire bond inspection, underfill inspection, and a lot of custom-specific image processing as well. That's where I come from. So we also do a lot of optical and X-ray inspection overall. So what's new this year? I mean, we are pretty successful. We had a record year 2018 with enormous sales amounts. So we came into this year with a good backlog. We also won very important 3D benchmarks at two different customer sides. One was for 3D AOI from the bottom side for THT inspection in 3D. The other one is a very important customer in the automotive sector for inline 3D AXI. So we are busy and we're pretty happy with how business and how our technology develops.
Right. Is there a lot of people doing underside 3D AOI? Because I mean, it's usually a 2D version they do there for getting the barcode and that type of thing. But I mean, presumably you're doing it for double-sided boards.
Yeah, but we decided to develop, with our XM 3D camera technology, to have a system that does inspection from the bottom side, and that's what the market asks for. So for standard THT solder joints, but we also can use our 3D technology for any pin and paste or press fit connectors.
Right. Okay. That's pretty versatile. So we're standing here beside the S3008 DT. DT stands for
dual lane, of course. The German Doppelspur, which is a double track, or as you say, dual lane system. That's for high volume, very flexible, very fast AOI, 3D AOI system. Right. It can have all different camera modules. You know, our XM camera module series has everything from 4 angular cameras to 8 angular cameras. And here we see the XM Plus 3D module, which has 121 megapixels with 9 cameras, a 3D projector, everything inside, and that delivers the best 3D image quality in the market, as we can clearly see, because we use 360 view. 360 view takes texture from the side and also puts it on the whole synthetic image that you show the operator, so he doesn't get confused by all the curtain waterfall shaped sides in standard 3D image inspection. We have a full 3D 360 view which clearly delivers the best image quality. And we measure solder joint volume. So our guys tell us this is exactly so many nanoliters for the solder joint, and there's another important measurement, actually, a cross section. So the minimum cross section in a solder joint, that is pretty much what holds the component to the board. That's the meat on the solder joint that can be measured as well.
That's really interesting. So you're measuring in nanoliters. So presumably you'll have it classified per component what the optimum nanoliter capacity is per component, and obviously if it's not meeting that, or if it's then you can earmark it for further inspection.
Yeah, on a solder joint we usually define the standard ideal solder joint as 100%, and then we use the percentage of that volume. The measurement, we measure the volume and say, okay, that's 60% of what it should be. Is that still good or not? And that's the threshold. Yeah.
I mean, the volume, of course, is important, but you also have to look at the meniscus to see that you're getting the right shape on it.
Yeah, that is pretty much the minimum cross-section that we look at, which is pretty much how much material is between the meniscus and the component. Yeah. Yeah. No, that has come a long way. I mean, 3D AOI is pretty much the standard today, but the nuances in the measurement and in the solder joint inspection that is what defines the quality of the system. We were very successful with that in many evaluations, so we're pretty happy.
Well, I mean, that plays right into the smart factory gathering big data sphere. This machine behind us actually is very versatile, though, because it's not just only doing 3D AOI, it's configurable with your head. So you can do conformal coating inspection, you can do a variety of different applications.
Yes, right. So that is the most flexible of our systems, because it has a little bit larger footprint than our 3088 Gold series, which is mainly done for post-reflow 3D AOI. Here we have a dual track, so we can actually run it in a single track version with very large boards, over 700 millimeters wide, or in dual tracks, I think it's 2 times 450 by 350 millimeters, which is pretty much what the Asian market requests for high volume, high speed, and in a very interesting price point here too.
Interesting. Yeah. Are you starting to get any applications coming through for 5G or anything like that yet?
Oh yeah, that's 5G. I made an estimation about how many 5G lines, I mean for the antennas, will be there at one point. So it's we're pretty optimistic that we will gather a good share of that. I mean, you know, with the active antennas, there's a lot of subboards on a big board and so on. A lot of inline X-ray is needed, and we have a large X-ray machine that is made right for that.
Yeah, they're big boards. I mean, literally heavy boards. So
Yes.
I mean, you're going to have to deal with that too.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know, everything became smaller, and now we have electromobility where things get heavier, and you know, you have really fat solder joints for high currents. We have the 5G, which is more in size. So yeah, that's the whole spectrum. So we can do from very little to very big. That all comes together with, you know, everything that happens on the interfaces. I mean, we're so happy that CFX finally became a standard. That's really something I was looking forward to together with Hermes. And we see that in the market, customer demand. We need this interface, we need that.
It's made everybody's life a lot easier. You're not sitting writing loads of code every time you sell a machine.
Right, and we also invest a lot into software development for, you know, artificial intelligence. We have super interesting customer projects with big data collection where we really make big steps forward to, you know, assisting the operator in classification, but also maybe even be better than the operator in some points. But it's not there yet. I mean, we see in the next years that there are exciting things to come, and we are right in the middle of it, because we know how good solder joints look like for 35 years now. It's our 35th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Yes, and so we have the machines and the sensors to actually make it visible, and the software to do automatic classification. I think we're in a good spot.
Yeah, you certainly are. I mean, and AI is really at its nascent stages, so I mean, we've got a long way to go with that too. Anyway, Carsten, thank you for joining us today. Great to catch up.
Okay, thanks.